What's up, everyone out there in internet land? I'm Vinny, and welcome back to another Top 5 special here on the Retro Grab Bag Show. I was trying to pick out my favorite NES games for a new Top 5 video. Well, guess what? That's impossible. I can't just choose 5. It just doesn't seem right. So how about 5 games I feel are totally underrated and not showcased enough? Well, let's do it. Number 5, A Nightmare on Elm Street. This was a game that I grew up to love because of a solitary gaming experience with my friends. I went to my buddy's sleepover way back in the day, and us kids beat this game 4-player. We had used the old Nintendo 4-score adapter to achieve early gaming multiplayer greatness. Did we use the Game Genie as well that night? Well, maybe. I'm not telling. Anyway, this game itself I find to be very, very fun. Is it a great game, though? Not really. Is it a good game? Most definitely. Your objective is to advance through every level while collecting all of Freddy's bones. Each boss is a different incarnation of Freddy, and I really dig the graphics here. The biggest letdown of this is unfortunately Freddy himself. He's weak and he's little. I just don't understand that at all. The level bosses are way cooler. So if you enjoy A Nightmare on Elm Street the film series, and you're a retro gamer, you gotta check this one out. Number 4, Jaws. You'll be afraid to go into the 8-bit water. The premise of this game is actually quite simple. Avoid dying, collect shells, power up, defeat Jaws. This is another LJN game on my list, and I know we all love to hate LJN. And in many, many ways, that is justifiable. But I grew up playing this one a lot, and I have grown to love its uniquely frustrating style. Now, I played this game on our channel for a 4th of July special last year. I was able to go 30 minutes without dying, in which I was totally screwed by this game because it just would not let me deliver the final blow to Jaws. The following week I picked it up again, and I beat Jaws on the first approach. I don't know if that's just bad luck or great programming. In short, don't be afraid to like Jaws. Number 3, Captain Skyhawk. This game falls into the category of games that I don't hear too many people talk about. Now, I have a vivid memory of my parents and siblings walking out of a KB Toys with this game back in the day. By the way, KB Toys was a toy store chain that was located in just about every mall in America. Captain Skyhawk has multiple levels of gameplay that make it a unique NES experience. So there's the main overhead section with boss fights. There's a Top Gun style bonus stage, and you can die here and lose lives. And then there's also a power-up satellite, where you can upgrade your weapons. I really dig the music in this game too. Check this one out if you've never heard of it. Number 2, Codename Viper. Here's a Capcom game you may have never heard of. You play as Mr. Smith, and you're tasked with destroying 7 drug syndicates in South America. And how will you accomplish this amazing task? By running through each level and shooting the enemy down. Yes, it's just you and your guns here, and the gameplay is actually really fun and smooth. It's easy to get hooked on this one. I love the hidden walls that turn around to reveal ammunition, and even a secret hostage that can be freed. And just listen to this 8-bit thank you. Wow, that's Nintendo soundbite glory right there. Couldn't do any better than that, right? And you know what? Let's get serious. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. These enemies are clearly wearing shirts and colored pants to match, right? Now look at our guy. Is this dude not wearing pants? So the difficulty in this game does weigh it down a little bit. But if you haven't checked this game out yet, go ahead. It's a ton of fun. Number 1, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was a kid who adored the late 80s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. And if you saw that as a kid, you know how epic that was. I eventually loved the first movie and the second one, Secret of the Ooze. So my first introduction to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game wasn't the immensely popular TMNT 2, the arcade game. It was just simply TMNT. The first one. Make no mistake, this game has plenty of flaws, and it's extremely difficult. But as a child, I remember this being my go-to video game for quite some time. Now, of course, when TMNT 2, the arcade game, was released, it did cast a shadow over the first one here. But both are amazing games, and this one should not be remembered as lackluster. For one thing, I get a greater sense of adventure out of this game than I do the second one. And you can change your turtle at any time throughout the gameplay. I don't know about you, but I always started off with either Donatello or Leonardo. Yeah, this game may have been the cause of my very first rage quit, but I still dig it to this day. So that does it for my quick top 5 underrated NES games. With such an extensive library, there are so many fantastic games on this system. What games do you think were underrated? Alright, retro gamers, thanks for watching, and as always, play hard.